Here's another example from our book, How to Build and Frame Stairs. This is book 1. There's a book 2 for landings and a book 3 currently for winders. Plan on writing a few more books. And this one here is going to, in this example, we're going to deal with the variations between different tread sizes, especially when it meets the top. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom. These are 3x12 treads. They're 2.5 inches thick. Now, we are going to need to subtract the thickness of the tread from the bottom of the stringer. And hopefully this helps you with your layout. And I think sometimes when I can show you a picture or a video, provide you with an explanation, it's going to actually help you when you're laying out the stairway. Now, if you have a 7-inch rise, which is what we're going to assume this is here for simplicity, then we need to deduct 2.5 inches from the 7 inches, which is going to give us a 4.5 inch parallel line with the stair tread. And in order to make this 7 inches from top of step to top of step. Now here we're not going to need to change anything. If this is 7 inches and we put equal sized treads, equal height, then we're not going to change anything. If this measurement on our stair stringer when we lay it out is 7 inches and we use a 2.5 inch thick 3x12 in both spots, then we're going to end up with 7 inches top of step to top of step. Now this will continue all the way up. You will have it in these areas. 7 inches. 7 inches is going to give you from top of step to top of step to top of step 7 inches. And that will work all the way up until you get to the very top. And this is where it gets a little confusing. You have a different sized material for your subflooring, for your deck or your upper floor. And this area here is going to need to be a little longer. Let's go ahead and go to a side view here. And in order to make this work, I think for simplicity, I'm just going to see, I'm pretty sure I figured out a simple way here to explain it. But if not, and if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment area. I'll answer them as soon as possible. But for this, you're going to want to subtract the thickness of the subflooring. For this example, it's 3/4 of an inch from the thickness of the stair tread. In this example, it's 2.5 inches. That's going to leave us 1 3/4 inches. If I subtract 3/4 of an inch from 2.5 inches, which is the variation here, difference, then that gives me 1 3/4 inches. The measurement from here to here now, instead of being 7 inches like this one, is now going to be 8 3/4 inches. I'm going to add that the difference of these to the stringer, to the last step, wherever this is going to be. Now this is this type of a stairway. If you're using a ledger, then you'll simply adjust the ledger. You will lower the ledger. You won't be increasing the height here. You'll actually lower the ledger, the difference. And I'll try and make another video on that later. And again, if you need more information on that and I haven't made the video or you don't know where it's at, then feel free to leave a comment or a question in the comment area and I will try and make that video. But it is pretty self-explanatory, and I say that, I know it's not to everybody, but these, when you're laying out your stair stringers, you need to focus on the stair treads, how they are going to be assembled, how everything's going to be assembled while you're laying out the stair stringer. If you're using equal size materials, this is not going to be a problem. If you're using 3/4 inch floor sheathing and 3/4 inch stair treads, everything is going to be 7 inches. This will only come into play when there are when you're going to use different size materials. Now don't forget, the same thing will happen if you use 3/4 inch treads 3/4 inch thick treads, and let's say you use 2x6 for a deck up here. This is going to change everything. So that's the main reason why I made this video. If you are looking for a simple way and you can't find enough information on how to build a straight set of stairs, don't forget this is book 1. I'm going to have plenty of more videos for that. And it's a pretty straightforward, simplistic way for what I feel for anyone to build stairs. Now, if you do purchase the book, don't forget, I would love to hear your feedback. If there's some information that you feel I'm missing, I would love to put it into the book. I mean, I realize that I know how to build this stuff and a lot of people don't, so it's easy for me to say that this stuff's simple, but I do realize that it is not that easy to build a set of stairs.